Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. It is Tuesday, so that means it's time to paint live with you all. I go live every Tuesday at noon CST, and I paint or share something inspirational that is going to help you on your painting journey. So I'm glad that you're here today. I'm painting one of the designs that we released a few weeks back. This is called the Glasses Bunny because he's got these cute little 3D glasses. Y'all know we love our glasses around here. I wear a pair of eyewear glasses and always swap out my toppers. And I have a lot of fun with them. So I'm like, why not create a bunny that has little glasses we can change out? These will be permanently glued down, though. These aren't going to be magnetic like mine are. Hello, Doodling Mermaid and Linda and Elizabeth. Hey, Jerry. Hi, Robin. My husband Michael's going to be joining me in a few minutes. He must have gotten held up at the shop. He hasn't made his way back here yet, but he's going to come join me. Hello, Jenny. How is everybody? So if you want to paint one of these right along with me on the replay, you can get the template to this or the wood blank like you see here with all the 3D pieces at shopdoorhangers.com. I did drop the link in the video description, but I'll drop it down here. Well, no, I can't drop it down in the comments. I was going to, but I didn't have it saved in my copy and paste. Hey, Danelle. Hello, Ann. Good morning, Jacqueline. Hello, Carrie. Let's see. We're going to choose our colors first. I kind of have them all laid out here, so let me know what you think. I'm thinking our bunny is going to be these two colors, light mocha, and then we're going to do some shading with this fawn color. Hey, Diane. For the greenery on our carrots, I chose Irish Moss as the main color. I love this color. And then I got the new 2024 colors from Deco Art. And in that is this new color called New Leaf. And it pairs so beautifully with this Irish Moss. So we're going to be using this new color. For the background of our egg, it's going to be 2 shades of purple. I think I'm going to have to lighten this a bit because I didn't have the perfect shade of purple to achieve the look that I wanted, but I think this is the right tone. It's called Purple Pizzazz, but it is a little bold, so I may lighten it with a little bit of white. And then we're going to do polka dots in this purple cow color. And then inside the ears of the bunny and inside the bunny's tummy are some pink colors. And so, and the glasses are pink. So the glasses will be this color. It's called Royal Fuchsia. And then the inside of the ears and tummy, I think I'm going to paint bubblegum pink, but then do shading with this Royal Fuchsia to kind of give it a little bit of a deeper tone on the outer edges. And then for our carrot, we're going to be using Jack-o'-lantern orange, and I'm going to lighten it for the background of the carrots and then do stripes in this color. So, and then I've also got black laid out here just in case we need it. Thank you for sprinkling the video, Jerry. I appreciate that. Jane says, got the text notification. I'm glad you did. If you do not get text notifications and you would like to, whoops, wrong one. You can text the word alert to 270-207-9091 and I'll notify you when I'm live. I forgot to hit the button to go live on TikTok, so forgive me for that. I had to reach up there and grab that. So if you don't get text notifications, you can do that by following the instructions on the screen. Oh, Nicole, was that you, the mermaid page? I said hello to her, and I wasn't sure who it was. It was Nicole. She was logged in as her business page. I've done that before. Hey, Laura. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Pam and Robin. You guys are so awesome for showing up here with me every Tuesday. Let's start with, well, I've kind of got a mess in the bottom of my ice cube tray, but it's all dried out. So we're just going to put our paint on top of that. I think we're going to start with our purple in the background. So let's take our 3D pieces off and just set them to the side for a minute. So the hands or the feet. Yeah, no, these are hands. The hands are 3D. I guess if you're a bunny, they're all feet. I don't know. The tops of the carrots are 3D and then the little glasses are 3D. So I'm just going to set those to the side and we're going to start with the purple in the background. Has anybody painted this one yet? I've seen a couple of our Clubhouse members post this picture of this project like they've been working on it. This is the Purple Pizzazz color, undiluted. See how vibrant it is? It's beautiful, but I'm going for a softer purple. And so I'm going to add a little bit of, I was going to say white, but now I'm thinking maybe I should just add this purple cow to it because it's got a lot of white in it and it might tone it down a little bit because I want to stay in the tone or tint, I guess. I'm not sure what the right technical term is of this purple cow. I wanted to kind of stay in this sort of realm. All right, the problem is I need to make sure these two colors are different enough. I think I added too much purple cow. I'm going to add some more purple pizzazz back into it. I need it to be different enough that I can still see, that I'll be able to see my polka dots when I do purple cow for the polka dots. Okay, I think that's better. That's a lot closer. Okay, and we might need more than this actually because we're painting the background. So let's just go ahead and just mix up a little bit more because I wasn't thinking about it. We are covering the entire background. And it would be much easier to just make a little extra right now and make sure I've got plenty of it than to try to remix it a second time and get it the exact same shade. That's always tricky. If you're watching on TikTok and you want to come join us on Facebook or YouTube, you'll have more of an overhead angle and you'll be able to see, it's like a side-by-side view. So you can see my face and the overhead project a little better. And the replay will be over there if you want to follow along. Okay, we're going to get a large flat tip brush. This one's about 1 inch wide. And we're just going to paint our background. Let me know if you guys have questions as I go along. Lori says, I'm excited to paint this one. Hey, Bonnie. She said, this is going to be adorable. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. By the way, tomorrow is my 40th birthday. Big deal. Turning 40 and getting out of my 30s. And at first I was a little bummed about it. But now, now that I've had time to kind of wrap my head around it, I have a lot of friends who are already in their 40s. And they're like, girl, 40s are fabulous. So I've decided, you know what? You're as young as you feel and as young as you act, I guess. And so I'm choosing to let the 40s be fabulous. I'm not going to be like one of these people who hangs on to the 30s too long and gets like real bummed about aging. We are blessed to be able to grow older. And that's just God's way of saying, you're going to be here a little longer. And so I'm choosing to have a good outset and mindset of it. And I'm going to embrace 40 and move into it gracefully. Thank you for the early birthday wishes. So tomorrow is my birthday. And then Thursday, we are going to kick it off by celebrating with a brand new website at southernadornamentsdecor.com and a huge birthday sale in our shop. So tune in on Thursday for more information about that. And with the new website, you guys are going to love it. Not only is it going to be more user-friendly and beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, but it's also going to have some new freebies that you guys are going to geek out about. And so I'm super excited about that. We're going to have an all-new template library with 3 free templates in it that you can go and download. And they will have videos linked to those templates. And we're going to change those templates out once a quarter. And so right now, you can't get access to it yet. You'll get access to it on Thursday. But right now, we've got some spring templates in there for you. And then when summer comes around, we'll swap those out for some summer ones. Kara says, my 40s were good years. Thank you for that. Jerry says, I'm in my 60s. Age is just a number. Happy early birthday. Thank you. It is just a number for sure. It's what you make it. Danielle says, I turned 40 this year too. I don't know if I'm ready. I wasn't ready until about a month ago. And then I was like, you know what? I am ready. I'm going to embrace it and just move forward. So no sense on dwelling in the past. And I'm just going to focus on moving ahead and being happy and feeling blessed that I've made it to 40 and I feel good and I'm healthy and I've got so many blessings in my life. I've got a wonderful family and a business, and God is on my side. So 40s are going to be great. I have a feeling. Married 50 years this month. Happy anniversary, Joanne. That's awesome. Yes, the new website is super exciting. I cannot wait to unveil it to you guys. It is so beautiful, y'all. I just sit there and stare at it, and I'm like, is this really it? Is this really my new website? It's so pretty. But not only is it pretty, but it's going to have some awesome freebies on it and some good things that you guys are going to enjoy. The blog's going to have like an all new look. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. I can't wait to unveil it on Thursday to you all. All right. We are just getting our background on here. If you're just hopping on, I made my own color for this background. It is purple pizzazz and purple cow blended together. So it's kind of a mix of the two. You can't put too much purple cow in it though, or you won't be able to see the purple cow when we do polka dots with it. So I would say it's probably 2 parts purple pizzazz, 1 part purple cow. That's a lot of purple bird. Pam says, I'll be 55 this year. I'm happy and grateful to get to do everything I get to do. Age just a number. I think that's a wonderful way to look at things. Una turned 70 last August. Age is what it is and what you make it. I agree. I have had some wonderful role models in my life of women that have aged gracefully and beautifully into their 80s and even their 90s. And so I hope to be able to do the same. Thank you guys for being here on TikTok. Sorry, I can't monitor the comments on TikTok as easily as I can YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to join us over here, you can hop over to my YouTube channel. Deidre on TikTok says, I'm turning 61 this Saturday. Well, happy early birthday, Deidre. I'm turning 40 tomorrow. Tammy's going to be 50 in April. Kim says, my 40s were my best. I'm 55 now and trying to enjoy this new chapter. I guess you just have to continue to embrace it, don't you, Kim? Okay, we're going to put one more coat on our background before we do our polka dots. My background looks a little streaky, so we're just going to do another quick coat. Second coat's always going so much quicker. Also, if you have not seen my stories today, we had baby kittens born this weekend. If you guys have been with me for a little while, you might remember last summer we came home from a gospel meeting at church and brought home a cat with us. And I had good intentions of getting that cat fixed. And next thing I know, she turned up pregnant. So we have 5 baby kittens, and she keeps shuffling them and moving them around. She doesn't really have she's an outside cat, but we brought her in when she had the babies. And so she's just unsure about all of us being in the house looking at her kitties and all that. And she keeps moving them to a different location. So last night she moved them to a little cubby inside the entertainment center under the TV in my sunroom. And I posted it on stories, and you should see them. They're so cute. The kittens are only like 3 days old, and they all look like they're fighting for milk. They're literally they were sitting there pushing on each other. Like it looked like they were having a fight when I made the video. It was really cute. So go watch that in my stories later if you want. Guess who has joined us? He's a little late. My husband Michael just walked in. He's going to be here to chat with you guys and help me monitor the comments and whatnot. Susan says, do you ever use gesso before doing your color? I don't. I have before on a project that I was painting over. So I was wanting to cover up the original. I did on that, but on just this kind of stuff, no, I don't. Brenda says hello. So does Pam.
How's it going?
Yes, Susan. Facebook did go down for a little while today. It wasn't out for very long. And so I was still planning on going. Whoops, I forgot this area up here. I was still planning on going live. Even if it wasn't on Facebook, I was going to be on YouTube. So if in the future that happens, just come join me on YouTube. That's our backup plan. I was laughing and telling somebody our backup plans have backup plans. Hey, Joanne.
Dalton has about 9 cats.
Dalton has 9 cats. Wow. He sounds like Brett. Brett would have all the cats. He asked if we could just be Mr. Mike.
Brett would have a zoo.
Because Mr. Mike has a barn full of cats. He's like, can we just be like them and just have unlimited amounts of cats? I don't know why I turned that off. I need to hurry up and dry this so I can do polka dots on here. Joanne says, I'm new on YouTube. I'm learning how to use it. It is super user-friendly, Joanne. Download the app and create an account. Once you do that, you can subscribe to people's channels. I'm going to go ahead and drop my YouTube channel down in the comments. But you can subscribe to people's channels. Sorry, I don't mean to have y'all looking right at the top of my head here. And then anytime after you're subscribed, if you have it set up for email notifications, when you subscribe, it will send you emails when there's a new video. And so I do plan on creating some new content that is just for YouTube. So if you have not subscribed yet, that is definitely something you're going to want to do. Also, if you're not on TikTok, because you're like, I don't have time to download a new app or learn a new thing, but you do have YouTube. YouTube has something called YouTube Shorts. And all of my TikTok videos that I make get posted as shorts, as well as reels here on Instagram and Facebook. But, if you're a YouTube subscriber, you'll be seeing my shorts over there as well.
Jessica Ross said that she really likes the Highland cow in the background.
Oh, thank you. I actually had some free time this past Friday night with me and my friend Lauren, painted together. And I finally got around to painting Hippity Hop Hallie. She's one of our Highland cows from last year. If you remember, we did the Lola Highland Cow workshop, And she was the Easter version of Lola, which we nicknamed her Hippity Hop Hallie. So if you're looking for this template or this wood blank, it is in our shop, and it's called Hippity Hop Hallie. But yeah, she's super cute. I was proud of how she turned out. I did a good job on the shading. Sometimes I don't take the time to do shading, but I always try to. Y'all, I feel like my camera is a little blurry, so I probably got fingerprints on it or something. We're going to clean that before we go back to filming here. Sherry says, I just turned 62 in February and decided to get back into painting, and I joined the clubhouse as a birthday present to myself. Oh, Sherry, that's a wonderful gift to yourself. Not just because I am the mother of the Painters Clubhouse, but also because I know what a benefit it is to the ladies who are in there. It's so good for your self-confidence and self-care and all those things. All right, I'm going to get just therapy. Yeah. Hang on. What size polka dots do we want to do? I kind of feel like maybe this size. I like chunky polka dots. Where am I putting them? In the background of the egg. You don't see room for polka dots here? He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Those are some chunky polka dots.
Yeah, these are chunky polka dots. This is a sponge pouncer. I don't think they sell anymore, but Martha Stewart came out with it a while back, and it's a double-sided polka dot pouncer.
Janet Hunter said she's 65, but in her mind she's 35, although her body doesn't feel that way.
That's funny.
I can sympathize with that.
When you turn 40, parts of your body just start to fall apart. Somebody on TikTok said, what's your YouTube? Just search up Southern Adornments Decor. And adornments has 2 O's, kind of like door hanger in the middle of the word.
Tina Jordan said she loves the color purple. What's her favorite?
Aw, thank you. Purple, I have never been a big fan of purple. But I will say, anytime I wear a purple shirt, I'm like, oh, look how good my blonde hair looks. And it makes me look more tan. So purple and pink must be my colors. All right, we're going to do our polka dots. And I'm going to use I think this is about every time somebody tries to call me on the phone, this glitches out and it cuts out and I lose signal on my other phone. So I forgot to put it in do not disturb mode before I went live. So let's switch over. Hold on. Oh, I can't get it. Yeah, I think I just wasn't holding it right. Hang on. I got to say hi, Michael. They can see you now.
Hey.
He doesn't like to be on camera. He's going to have to get over that. Hang out with me long enough and you'll get on camera on accident. One way or another. Okay.
I don't know.
Can you hear me now? What was that? The Sprint commercials way back in the day where they would say that? Can you hear me now? Good. So I'm dabbing off some of the paint and then I'm just going to put some of these on here. Now, I'm also going to get a baby wipe handy because if I want to do a polka dot behind the bunny, I'm going to just wipe the excess off of the bunny. We're going to paint over it, so it's not going to matter, but I didn't want to leave an odd residue behind the bunny. So for example, there's our dot. And then I'm going to take my baby wipe and just kind of wipe that extra off that bunny right there. That way I don't have a funny spot on the bunny. Sometimes I use painter's tape or sticky notes or something like that to kind of prevent from getting paint in places that I don't want it on a project. But sometimes it's just easier to use the baby wipe and to just wipe it off. Because sometimes the painter's tape and the sticky notes don't cover exactly the curve of an area that you want to prevent from getting paint on. All right, so there's polka dots on one side. You probably will have little bubbles in your dots. That's okay.
Apparently, some of the people watching have got good taste. They've got shirts.
They
like
saw your
this.
Jurassic Park shirt.
Yep.
That's funny.
So where'd you get that pouncer?
I bought it at Michael's years ago, probably like 6 or 7 years ago, back when they used to, I don't even know if they carry anymore, like the Martha Stewart Crafts stuff. Now I did share, and this was several Friday Fab Fives ago, but a while back, somebody showed me that they do have big sponge pouncers on Amazon. And I shared them on a previous Friday Fab Five a long time ago. So they might be linked in my Amazon favorites. I'll have to go check.
Pam Fowler said that she watched a video of you painting a church on Pinterest. Charlie apparently was in it. It was really lovely.
Oh, yeah. If you don't mind rinsing that out, because it's going to ruin that sponge if I let it sit here and dry out. I'm done with that. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. We've got our polka dots made. Oh, I forgot to wipe it off this part of the bunny here. It's okay. Oh, well, and that's going to have something glued on top of it. It's not going to matter. It's going to get messier before we get done with it. Is he wearing boxing gloves? No, those are just work gloves. He wears them to protect his knuckles and stuff when he's handling all the wood. That would be funny if he was wearing boxing gloves all day, though. Melissa said, sometimes I use the template to cut the curve. That's a good idea. If you're using a paper template to trace, you could just put your template back down to kind of cover an area that you're wanting to pounce on top of. You might have to like cut the bunny out of that part of the template, but that would work. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Oh, Dalton has that shirt. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for just a minute longer. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and paint the little tops to my carrots. We're going to do those green. Let's see, let me get a flat tip brush here. And what color? Oh, I said we were going to paint the tops green, and this is the Irish moss color. Whoops, I said we were going to do that. I'm almost out of this color. I think I have some more over there. I'll have Michael grab it in a minute. When in doubt, take the lid off and give it a good little shake. And then you can also dip in the lid to get excess out too. I love how vibrant this color is. And then we're going to I'm sorry, it happened again. Even though I put it on Do Not Disturb, I guess my mother-in-law is one of those people that's allowed to cut past the Do Not Disturb call. So Michael's going to call her, so they will not call again. I don't know why, but when I deny a call lately, and maybe somebody y'all can help me with this, when I deny a call lately, it doesn't send them to voicemail. It does like that, the number you have dialed is in, something like that. So I don't know why it's doing that, but people keep calling back because they can't get my voicemail. So I've got to figure out how to fix that. All right, I'm gonna switch it back over. Okay, mercy me, technology. I feel like some days it's a blessing and other days it's a curse. Oh goodness. Hopefully you guys can hear me again now, and maybe I won't get any more calls during this Facebook Live. I've tried putting it on like airplane mode so that calls won't come through, but then sometimes the signal isn't very good, like because it's only connected to Wi-Fi, I guess, or something. And so I don't know. I struggle with that. Oh, emergency contacts can get through on Do Not Disturb. Thank you for that, Jody. I think I knew that. I just didn't realize she was set up as an emergency contact, but she must be. No, my voicemail's not full. I've cleaned that out. Maybe I just need to reset up my voicemail, like create maybe when I did a phone update, it like turned it off. I don't know. I'm sure Max that, hey Max, if you're really watching this, I'm sure Max that edits my videos is like, what in the world? The camera keeps cutting out and all the things keep happening. Technical difficulties. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay. 2 coats of the Irish moss on our little carrot tops. I'll let those dry, and then we'll do like a little cute little outline with the new leaf color.
There you go.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Gary. Right to pick it up, but I'm gonna go pick him up.
He's got my father-in-law has car trouble, so I guess they really were calling out of an emergency. Michael's gonna go to their rescue, so he's they've already got like an emergency, like, what do you call it, like a tow truck coming, I guess, but he needs him to pick him up. So I'm glad I had Michael call them. Will you post the colors you used for this project? I will be creating a supply list, and we'll be giving that to the Painters Clubhouse. But if you're not a Clubhouse member and you want all the colors, go back to the very beginning of this video and just have a notepad ready, because I named them all off before I even started. Somebody said Irish moss is the perfect green for my Grinch face wreaths. Yes, I think that is the perfect Grinch color, for real. Lorelai started cosmetology school today. Well, tell her I said good luck, Sheila. Tell her I said good luck. Elizabeth, I'll have to make sure and tell him that you said that. Give him a hard time. Okay. I was going to start the carrots, but then I was like, no, maybe we should start the bunny, because you think about like the back working forwards, the bunny is behind the carrots. So I'm using this color called Light Mocha. It's like a real soft creamy tan. And this is going to be the majority of the color of our bunny. But then we're going to do some shading with this color called Fawn, which if you don't have Fawn, you could use Burlap. Burlap's like another similar tan. And I'm using a 1/2 inch wide flat tip brush. Oh, I got to get all the green out of this brush. Melissa says, I love the new tea berry pink. Oh, I do too. I haven't painted with it yet, but I have seen it. I have all the colors here. I need to swatch the new colors too. I don't have them on my color swatches. Let's start at the top. This is the Light Mocha color. And I may just do 1 coat and then do the shading on coat number 2, because it does look like I might have to do 2 coats on certain parts of this. Where can I find this file for my Glowforge? Tiffany, up in the video description, it says paint your own using our template or wood blank. And there's a link right next to that. If you will click that link, you're going to go over to our shop and purchase the template. It's $7. It will come with the laser cut file. You can put in your Glowforge and cut this door hanger. It also, for those of you who don't have a laser or a Glowforge but like to use templates, comes with the PDF versions. So you can trace a PDF on canvas if you wanted to paint this on canvas, or a wood block. You could cut it out of a piece of plywood and make a door hanger, just like I'm doing. There's lots of different ways to use our templates. I actually posted a video I think it was yesterday or day before, of 3 ways to use our door hanger templates for kids projects. How many of you guys saw that one? Hey, Marie. I'm painting over his whole face to include the glasses, because, you know, the glasses go on top of all that. And if this is your first time watching me paint and you're like, wait a minute, she just painted over the whole bunny face and now we can't see it. I can still see the outlines of those details through the paint. So don't be afraid to paint over your etched lines. You'll still be able to see them. Do you still cut stencils on your Cricut? Very rarely. I can. I just don't use stencils as often as I used to. But yes, I still can. Whoops, I got kind of crazy with my paint just then. It's okay. I'll touch it up with purple. I got it outside my bunny area. I'm not going to paint the hands because those are 3D. And I'm not worried too much about if I get it on the carrot area, because we're going to paint over that. Okay, we're going to dry it, and then we'll do another coat. Hey, Judy. Brenda says, I saw it. You really can do a lot with your templates. I know. Yeah, one of the ways was tracing on a canvas, and then after we had the design traced on a canvas, we traced the design with a Sharpie so that Charlie could sit down and paint it without having to worry about not being able to see the graphite lines through the paint. And then I printed it out on cardstock and let her color it with markers. She loved that. Another way was we traced it onto Shrinky Dink paper, and we shrunk a 3-inch like horse head shape down into like a little charm size. It was so fun. She loved the Shrinky Dink. Do you remember what material you use? I'm looking for pairing door hangers. Oh, painting door hangers. Either 5 or 7 millimeter mylar, MYLAR. That's the kind of material. And I do believe I have it linked in my Amazon favorites. So I'll drop the link to the Amazon stuff here in the comments. I think there's a whole section in my Amazon favorites that says something about stencils. It's like all my stencil favorites. So it's got like the folder that I use to store all my templates, or not my templates, my stencils in. It's got the material I use, that sort of thing. You're welcome. Tiffany says, I think it'd be fun to watch Michael paint a door hanger. Y'all would fall asleep. It would be so slow. He still has not finished a pumpkin painting that he started on last fall. And we worked on it on 2 separate occasions. And it's so hard for me not to lean across the table and just do it for him. Okay, while this color is wet on our second coat, I'm dipping just the tiny corner of my brush in that fawn. The fawn is the darker tan, and I'm just going to shade along the edge of the ear. Just make sure and keep the edge that you dipped in the darker brown to the outer edge of the ear. And the more you go back and forth across it, the softer it gets. So if you over blend, you'll lose your shading. But if you don't blend enough, then it'll look too harsh and won't look shaded. So it's kind of like you just kind of have to learn how many times to go across it. Sometimes I still struggle with that because I'm like, I want to just keep softening it and touching it up. There we go. That ear looks pretty good. Let me show you like a before and after. So this ear is shaded. This ear is not. It's a subtle difference. I feel like we could even make it just a little more bold. Let's get a little bit more. If you struggle doing this with a flat tip brush, angle tip brushes work great for shading. And I can demonstrate that on this one. Let me grab one of these angle brushes. So this angle brush is the same size. It's a 1/2 inch wide, but this is called the toe. The toe is the long part. We're going to dip it in the light mocha. We're going to paint our ear, second coat of the light mocha. This is just my method. I don't think everybody does it this way, but it's just kind of the way that I like to do it. And then once you've got it coated, I like to go back, get a little bit more of that light mocha, and then just dip the toe of the angle brush in the darker brown. And then we're just going to go along the edge of the ear, keeping the toe on the edge. And if you need to, you can pick up some more and do it again. There we go. Soften it up a little bit more. I like that. Looks good. Okay, dip in the light mocha again. Pick up the tan. I'm going to go down in. I feel awkward because it's like the other side of this ear. So I've got to turn the whole door hanger because I can't hold my brush at that right angle for the angle brush. No, I lost it. I need a little bit more of that tan. There we go. Okay. There's our ears. They're shaded. You like the shading? Cynthia says, is there a way to change a PDF to an SVG? I did my logo on Cricut, but I want it put on my Glowforge with score lines instead of the wide etch lines. You should be able to export maybe not a PDF. Is there a way to export a JPEG, Cynthia? Or you might be able to export an SVG directly from Cricut and upload it into Glowforge. But I think it will still probably have the double lines. Some of my newer designs, you'll notice, only have single lines for scoring and stuff like that. And that's because we have had somebody go in with Adobe Illustrator and individually make every single line on the design. And so it's tedious, but it's worth it for us because we're selling physical product using our designs, and it makes it easier for you guys when you paint. So our older designs that have the double lines, we're working to update those, but it takes a while. Marie says, I'm a directional painter too. I'm sure I'd make people dizzy at how often I spin mine around. I've had people suggest that I use like a Lazy Susan or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, but I think of like how I time lapse some of my videos. And I'm like, my video editor and the people watching this would get so dizzy watching me rotate my door hangers. All right, I'm laying down a coat on the forehead of this bunny of the light mocha, picking up a little bit of that fawn brown, and we're going to add some shading along the bunny's head here. Just continue it on down behind the glasses because your glasses are going to cover that up. I like using two colors that are very similar for shading because it just makes shading so much easier. Like these two colors are not drastically different from one another. So when I'm shading with them, it feels a lot easier because it's not like a huge variation in color. Let's see, pick up a little bit more of that light mocha, lay it down here in the middle. Just adding a second coat real quick to those areas. Oh, I forgot. I think this bunny's cheeks are pink. Maybe I should shade that in too while I'm at this. You can also use a mister bottle that mists water to keep your paint kind of workable and damp. So if you're a slow painter and you struggle with shading, keep one of these little mister bottles handy. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, now I'm going to pick up that fawn color and shade along the bottom of my bunny's head. And I got to turn it so that my bunny's head stays round. Otherwise, he might look like a loaf of bread or something. I don't know why a loaf of bread was the thing I thought of. That's funny. I don't mind it being super bold right there on the bottom because I want it to differentiate from the rest of his body. So I'm going to keep that sort of harsh line right there to keep it separated. Bianca says, Tamara, when I paint, you can see the lines and looks rough. What am I doing wrong? I can still see the lines through all of mine. So is that what you're saying? Like the etched lines? See, like I can still see them. But when I add my finishing touches, like the black outlines and the highlights and all of that, it kind of like draws your eye away from all of those. So I wonder if you're not doing enough of that or if you're not putting your paint on thick enough. And because I do like to get the paint down in those etched lines so that they kind of disappear. Okay, I need to get a little bit of pink. So I'm going to use this bubblegum pink and we're going to do some rosy cheeks. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to rehydrate my bunny's face. And I'm going to get, instead of an angle brush for this, I'm going to get a filbert brush because it has soft edges. You know, it's kind of rounded. And this should be able to make like cute little bunny cheeks. So picking up just a tiny bit of pink with our soft, wet bunny cheeks. We've just spritzed them. I'm just going to kind of dab on a little bit of this bubblegum pink. So you can kind of dot it on like that. If you've got too much, dab it off a little bit. Go back with just a damp brush or you get your spritzer out because I got a little too much on this side. And just keep softening it out before it dries. I think I need to make this side bigger because I feel like I made that side a lot bigger. Pink. I'm having to lean my head way over here so I can see in the light how big these cheeks are. I feel like that looks pretty decent. You like the bunny color? Thank you. It is light mocha and fawn combined. You love the bunny. Thank you. Okay, going back to our angle brush. I am kind of enjoying using the angle brush. I don't use it often. The light mocha, we're going to lay down another coat of it on the body of our bunny. We are not going to shade under his little neck because I want there to be a difference between the face and the neck. But we are going to shade down the sides like this of his shoulders. And then down kind of between the egg and the carrot. And right across the top of this little carrot, we'll kind of add a little bit of shading there. Or not, sorry, not the carrot. This is the center of the bunny's body. So I'm going to soften that up and kind of just spread it a little bit because I don't want it to look like lines along the edge of the design. You want it to kind of be softer than that, especially when it's down here on the bottom half of the bunny. Okay, with hardly any paint on my brush, I'm just kind of softening and dabbing it around. So I kept it light right here under his neck, and then I got it a little darker down here. Now for the very bottom, light mocha. Spread this on. And now pick up the fawn color, and I'm going to go under the carrot. It's okay if you get it up on the carrot. We're going to paint over that in a minute. And then under that little circle spot in the middle of his body, his soft little belly. And then under the next carrot. Soften that out a little bit. Okay. I think I got it too dark down here at the bottom. Add a little bit more of that. You can always add in some more light mocha to lighten it back up if you get it too dark. And sometimes you just need to step away from it and take a look back. That's why sometimes you'll catch me looking up at it because I'm like checking it out on camera. And then I'll like hold it. It helps if you kind of like look at it from a distance a bit and kind of see what you've done. Because I got it a little dark. I mixed a little too much fawn into it. Okay. That's a little better at least. We'll let it dry. Okay. Next. Goodness, my paper towels are getting all hung up here. We've already painted our carrot tops. We got to paint our carrots and our bunny's belly. Let's go ahead and do the belly part. So this is going to be two shades. It's going to be bubblegum pink and royal fuchsia. And royal fuchsia is also going to be the color of our glasses. So I'm just going to put the two of these kind of in the same little paint pot together. And I'm going to use my angle tip brush again. Rinse it out. You guys are being quiet. Where's all the comments? You still there? Facebook didn't shut down again, did it? And then we're going to paint the inside of our bunny ears. I may pick up a little bit of this light mocha too. So light mocha and bubblegum. Because now that I'm putting the bubblegum down, I'm like, it's a little bold. It's a little bit bold. So I may soften it with the light mocha so that it feels like it was meant to be. I'm here. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Still in the comments. Are y'all watching while you work? Okay, while that's wet, I'm going to dip the toe of my brush in a tiny bit of royal fuchsia. And we're going to go right down the edge of the inside of that bunny ear. And it feels like it's drying quickly, so I'm going to spritz it. Come on, soften up. Which this royal fuchsia is a little bold for blending with the bubblegum pink. So if anybody else is watching and struggling with this, I'm fixing to show you something you can do to kind of make that easier. So if I take both of these colors and kind of blend them out a little bit, I'm going to blend like on the side of my little egg carton. I really should have brought a paper plate or something in here. but I'm kind of creating like a combo of the colors. Dab that. I'll wash my brush off now because I don't want it all over the entire brush. I just want it on the toe of my brush. Now I can just kind of pick it up and I can go along the edge of the design. And shading, anytime I'm shading, this is a time when I like slow down a little bit. I don't move nearly as fast when I'm shading. So feel free to take your time. Okay, that looks pretty good. Here at work. How did I do the polka dots? It was a Martha Stewart sponge pouncer. Martha Stewart sponge pouncer. They were about 1.5 inches wide. Again, this is bubblegum pink mixed with light mocha for the background of the inside of the ears. It's kind of a combo of the two colors. By mixing it, it keeps that bubblegum pink from just being way too bold with the softness of some of the other colors on the store hanger. Whew, I'm going to turn on a fan. I feel like it's warmer outside in Kentucky right now, and so I finally had to turn on the AC last night. It got so warm in the house. Now my paint's really going to start drying fast. Okay, picking up that royal fuchsia on the edge toe of my brush. Ooh, I had a lot on there. Let's spritz it to keep it wet here, and we'll just work it down. I need to be careful, though. I'll keep putting my hand in the pink over here that's still wet. Okay, now I'll go down the other side of the ear. And then I want to do a little bit on the bottom edge of the ear here. I want to do a little bit more on the bottom edge of that other ear too. I like the way that looks. So I'm kind of pulling it along there, and then once I get to that bottom corner, I'm kind of flicking my brush up to kind of soften it. Okay, ears are shaded. You turned off the heat and opened the windows. I tried that last night. It was too warm outside, so it didn't work. I had to still turn on the AC. It was warm out yesterday. It got up to like 77 here. I am not complaining though. I am so excited that it is finally warming up. Okay, same thing with the belly. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that what's it called? Bubblegum pink, and mix it with my light mocha for the belly of our little bunny. Give it a good base coat. It's going to take more than that. Let me blend up some more here. I may have turned my fan off for a second. I feel like the paint is drying so fast I can't blend it. It's frustrating me. I get impatient. I'm like, why isn't it painting? Oh, it's the fan. A little bit of water, turn the fan off. We'll be in business for a minute. Okay. There's our base coat. Let's dry it real quick. You've had your AC on for several weeks. I just turned the heat off last night. It is 70 here today. I didn't think it was supposed to get this warm. I thought the high was 57 today, but it has warmed up to 70. That might be why I heard the AC kick on. Okay, a little bit more of our background color here. I'm going to get a little bit more of my light mocha. and my bubblegum pink. And then we're going to do some shading on the belly. And then it's all going to start coming together in just a minute because we're going to start doing our carrots and gluing our 3D pieces on. It's going to be cute. Okay, let me blend this up. Do you guys paint with angle tip brushes very often? I know I almost never. I rarely use them on a Facebook Live or when I paint at all. But anytime I do shading, I'm like, oh yeah, I like the angle tip brush for this. And I kind of forget about it. I don't use it for, like, it's not really ideal for doing what I'm doing right now, which is painting like a base coat of something. But it's perfect when you got to do shading. Okay. I'm going to mix, since I don't need any more of this bubblegum pink, I'm going to go ahead and just blend together the bubblegum pink and the royal fuchsia that I have left. And that'll be my shading color. Elaine says I paint everything with angle tip. I know there's a lot of people who do. They really like it. Brandy, you're cracking me up. Brandy said it's raining like a cow peeing on a flat rock. Oh my. Okay, picking up that color, we're going to go down the outer edge of our bunny's belly. That blends so much better now that I've got the two of those colors mixed together. Whoop, I got a little much on my brush. Let's share the love and bring it over here some. And wipe some of it off on a paper towel. If that happens to you and you get too much, whoops, I'm getting all kinds of crazy. Let me get my baby wipe out. I just went outside the boundaries of my baby bunny's belly and made a mess down here. My circle got bigger and bigger as I went down. If that happens to you and you get too much on there when you're shading, don't panic. Just kind of like either wipe your brush off on a paper towel, keep your little spritzer bottle handy, and use your paintbrush to kind of just soften it up, spread it out, or pick a little bit of it back up. So you could like pick it up, wipe it on the paper towel, and it'll just get softer the more you do that. Let me add a little bit more back in to this area over here. I feel like I'm painting upside down here, holding this angle brush this way. Put a little bit more over here. Okay, I like the way that looks. Looks a little streaky, but I kind of like it that way. Feels artsy. Okay, let's go ahead and paint our little bunny's glasses. These are going to be royal fuchsia, which was the pink we were just using that I blended up, so I got to get some more of that. So this is not mixed with anything. It's just royal fuchsia. And this is the color of our glasses. Oops, my royal fuchsia was, it needed shaking a little bit, and some of the watery bits came out. I have some pair I wear. Well, I was going to say I'm wearing them. Or I have some pair I wear toppers almost exactly this color. This pink is pretty. Mine are a little lighter than this. Okay, let's dry it. Maybe we should glitter the glasses. Somebody said, I watched somebody on TikTok. He allows the bottom layer to dry, then he adds in his shade and he waters down the color to help with the vibrantness. Ooh, that's another technique. It works for me sometimes, but sometimes I do better when I'm blending the two colors. So I think it depends on the color I'm using. But I know what you're talking about. It's like he floats the color with water. I think that's what they call it. What's the name of the eyeglass company? Pair Eyewear. Tiffany says, I love your setup. How do you show your face and what you're working on at the same time? It's called StreamYard. StreamYard. Look it up. It's a platform where, so technically I'm not in Facebook right now or YouTube. I'm in StreamYard and I can stream it to both locations at one time. Okay, one more coat of this pink on here. Maybe we should glitter the glasses. I like that idea. StreamYard is getting ready to do away with their ability to stream into Facebook groups, though. So I'm going to have to come up with another solution for going live in my groups. That's frustrating. Pam says, I want polka dots on my glasses and maybe glitter. I like that idea. Lori Speltz. Yes, Lori Speltz does the floating technique. I think she's the one I've seen taught it. I don't know if Lisbeth's is still watching. Lisbeth, do you do it like that where you kind of shade with water? I haven't watched your tutorial yet that you did in the clubhouse. What type or size? These are called Larkin frames. That's the shape that I have, Larkin. Okay, our bunny glasses are dry. While I've got them here, let's add some glitter. Hang on, let me grab some from over here. I've got stickles. I was going to see if I had any pink stickles. I don't think I do. I do not. So it's either, let me see what colors I have in DecoArt glitters. These might work. I have Craft Twinkles in like a pink, like these pink Craft Twinkles. This might work. Or we could just use the clear Craft Twinkles. I might like that better. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with the clear Craft Twinkles. I like these because if you can't afford to buy all the glitters, this is the glitter you want to buy. It's crystal, it's holographic, it looks good no matter what color you put it on top of. Oh, here's Elizabeth. She said, yes, I use water, but in a different way from Laurie. I'm going to have to go watch your tutorial and learn a few things, figure out how you did it. Okay. Craft Twinkles, that's what we're doing here with the crystal. I'll rinse my brush out. Actually, I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to switch to we'll use a round tip brush. I struggle with glitter because I feel like it gets, so if you have tips for this, feel free to share. Anytime I'm painting with glitter, I get frustrated because it gets all stuck up in the bristles and then it doesn't want to come out and spread across my project. Marie Mosley, who was here on the live here a little bit ago, she may have had to leave. She's one of our clubhouse members. She shared on TikTok and stuff the other day that she was putting on, I think it was Galaxy glitter or something, and she was using a palette knife. And she said that worked really well for her because it doesn't stick to the palette knife. It just kind of transfers it. So that's a great technique. I like the round tip brush though, because I feel like it's similar to working with the palette knife as in that it like doesn't stick all up in the bristles, kind of like it does with a flat tip or a filbert. Spread it on there. You saw somebody use a palette knife. That was probably Marie. Paulette, I didn't set up the links today. The only link that I had for this video was the link to this template or wood blank, and I did put it in the video description. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can find the link to this door hanger at the video description. So if you want to make your own and you have the ability to cut your own blanks, or you want to transfer it to a canvas or something like that, grab the template. Or if you have a laser machine, you can put the SVG file from the template in your laser. If you want me to ship you the wood blanks like this with all the 3D pieces, go in there, click the link to the blank, and select the 18-inch design with the 3D pieces. These are going to be super bedazzled. Look how pretty. So glittery. Do you have a new app to order templates? No, we had to get rid of our old app, and so we just couldn't get a new one, in other words. Elizabeth says, many ways to get a great effect. I was taught that someone thought was the only right way. In my opinion, that works for you. That's exactly right, Elizabeth. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, just because you see me using something a certain way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. You figure out what works for you and go that direction with it. So I agree 100%. Okay, here's our glasses. They're still wet, so I don't know why I was standing there drying them. I'm like, let's just set them over here, let them dry, and we'll glue them on later. And let's go ahead and paint our little, whoops, I dropped some glitter paint on our bunny's belly. And let's go ahead and paint the little paws because they're going to have to be shaded too. Where's my angle brush? Sandy from Quilted Treasures just popped on YouTube. She said, Facebook isn't liking me. If anybody else is having trouble with Facebook and it's not performing well for you, come join us over on YouTube. We're live on YouTube also. be sure to hit that YouTube subscribe button. I was telling at the beginning of this that I'm making some new videos that'll be mainly for YouTube. So if you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, it will notify you when I upload a new video. So I'm going to be working on some content like how to cut out a door hanger or how to use a template, things like that. So lots of helpful information. Okay, there's our base coat of those. Let me dry it. Yeah, it's Southern Adornments Decor. Search that up on YouTube. You try it on your page, doesn't work for me. How to order templates. If you need to, Joanne, you can just reach out to our customer service. I'm going to just put a link where you can do that in the comments. If you're having trouble ordering or anything like that, just contact them. It may be something they can help you with, like with logging in or something like that. I don't know. They know all the things. They're very good at it. Okay, pick up a little bit of this fawn color. I'm going to go down the edge of our bunny's hands and shade it. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta look at my picture. Okay, both sides are shaded. I wasn't sure. Couldn't remember if they were or not. Is anybody keeping up with The Bachelor? It's on my mind because I watched it last night. Joey is so adorable. He's a tennis player. He's got curly brown hair. He's like a puppy dog. He's so cute. And I really hope he ends up with Daisy. I feel like Daisy is the girl for him. Anybody else agree or do you disagree? My husband watches it with me. He doesn't care for it too much, but I think he watches it because he likes talking to me about the show and what they're talking about and stuff. And so it's funny to watch his reactions. You agree too? Do you think it should be Daisy? Joey and Daisy sitting in a tree. Okay, I'm going to get a round tip brush. Not that one because it's not behaving. Let's see. Maybe this one. I feel like some of my brushes need a little TLC. And then we're going to get the darker green. This is the new green from Deco Art. It is called New Leaf. It is one of their new 2024 colors, and I don't need hardly any of it, so I'm just going to dip in the lid. I answered this question a few minutes ago, but I'll answer it again real quick. Nikki, to do the split screen, I'm on StreamYard. It's a platform outside of Facebook, and it streams to YouTube and Facebook. Okay, so I'm just doing a cute little like doodle line around the outside of our carrot tops here. And then I might do like a little loopy loop in the middle of the carrot. See what I did there? I feel like this one needs another coat. There we go. Cute little carrot tops. So this is New Leaf and Irish Moss. See how well they pair together? They look beautiful together. Oh, thank you. No problem. Don't be afraid of your round tip brushes. Don't be afraid to add little details like this. These are the things that really make your door hanger come alive. I love it. This is what, when I used to do paint parties, the people at the parties would go, work your magic. They always wanted me to add these little details because it really just brings it to life. Okay, setting that to the side to dry. Now we got to paint our carrots, and then we can start doing the bunny's face and gluing it together and finishing touches. Let's see. I'm going to go with my 1/2 inch wide flat tip brush that I was using earlier. Rinse it out. Got to be careful rinsing those brushes. We don't want to start making music, do we? That's what happened to our friend Elizabeth a couple weeks ago. She was live on Facebook, and Facebook shut her live down after it was over and said that she had been playing music during the live. She's like, no, I wasn't. Okay, instead of mixing white with this, I'm going to add just a little of the light mocha because it's kind of like an off-white. I think that'll keep everything kind of feeling like it's in the same color family. It was terrible. I know. Musical brushes in the water. Okay, let's paint our little carrot. And this is with the jack-o'-lantern orange mixed with light mocha. This is going to be our base color for these carrots. And then we're going to go across them with stripes in the same orange, but undiluted. Carried a better tune than you can. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Hang on. TikTok almost ended my stream. It said something about, I guess because I've already been on TikTok for an hour live, maybe, and it was gonna, I don't know. It was asking me to verify that I was still here. Technology's out to get me today. Facebook done shut down. My live stream tried glitching out twice while I got phone calls. It's been a day with the technology. Not going to stop me from painting though. I will finish this door hanger. Hey Becca. You watched The Voice? I watched part of The Voice because I watched The Bachelor like later. I recorded it and watched it later. But I didn't catch all of The Voice. I got some of it. I don't watch it every week, but I do love Reba. Yes, I do have a lemon door hanger, a lemon design. Go to shopdoorhangers.com and type in lemon in the search bar, and it'll bring up all the designs that we have that have lemons on them. Hey, Wyvon, it's okay if you're late. You can catch the replay on this one. One more coat on our carrots. I feel like this color that we made by blending the light mocha and the jack-o'-lantern orange looks a lot like the patio paint that is orange that I use sometimes. It's the same sort of color, only that patio paint has like a built-in sealer in it, so when I paint with it, it's got a little bit of like a gloss to it. And I don't like that. I don't like painting with glossy paints. I like adding my gloss later and painting with a matte acrylic. I like the coverage better. So what are you guys painting currently? Are you still in Easter mode? Have you moved on from Easter? I wondered if it would be a little too late to be painting this Easter for you guys, but we've still got almost, like 30 days, but 20 something days until Easter. So you've still got time to get an Easter door hanger done. Amy says, are you going to do another 3-night class anytime soon? Yes, our spring workshop is happening April 16th and 18th. Sign-ups for that begin in just 2 weeks. Thank you, Nikki. You're so sweet. Yeah, so if you're interested in the spring workshop, we're going to start posting a wait list for that next week, I believe. And the wait list will be up for about a week, and the design is going to be a mystery. We're not going to reveal it until the following week. So get on the wait list for that, and then we will reveal the design. I will say it is unlike any spring design that I have ever done. It's not. Last year we did a Highland cow. In the fall we did Henrietta the chicken. It's not an animal this time. Lots of you guys in the Painter Clubhouse have thrown out guesses as to what it could be. Nobody has guessed right yet. Yes, I am painting on 1/4 inch thick MDF. That's what all of our designs are that we sell from our shop. Pam, camping door hangers. Are you looking for camping door hangers? We do have some of those in our shop. Or are you just guessing that that's what the design is going to be? Nope, not camping. You got caught up on your big box of blanks? Awesome, Robin. I've been seeing some of those posted in the group. Okay. I'm going to paint my little bunny's nose real quick while we wait for those carrots to finish drying. Let me see what color the bunny's nose was. Oh, it's kind of a light pink. It's kind of a blend. It's kind of like the belly, really. I need a smaller angle brush. This will work. I've got this little bitty angle brush. I don't even know where this brush came from. Look how tiny. It's the tiniest of angle brushes. So paint the base of his nose, that blend of light mocha and bubblegum pink. And then pick up actually I probably need 2 coats of that. So let me dry it real quick. That's what you're painting right now? Oh, camper door. I forgot to ask the question. What are y'all painting right now? I ask a question and then I move right on and I forget that when you guys answer, I'm like, what are you talking about? You're painting camping door hangers right now. Gotcha. Painting baseball wreath signs. Awesome. My son is not playing baseball this year. He has actually moved on to try wrestling for the first time. So he is joining the wrestling team. He's in 8th grade and he's taken an interest in wrestling. So I'm excited to see how that goes for him. We'll see. All right, there's the little nose. The eyes are going to be just black with like little white lines kind of running through them. So we'll just use our same little angle tip brush and paint those in black. I love it when I'm painting an animal door hanger like this, like that has a critter, and you go like forever without having a face on it. And then when you finally put the eyes on it, it's like it comes alive. Nobody move. I'm concentrating. You almost messed me up. Just kidding. Our schools don't allow wrestling until high school. I don't think they have a wrestling team in middle school and below, but they can practice. They can go to practice. So he's like going to practice 4 days a week. And believe it or not, Charlie's going to wrestling practice with him. She's gotten interested in it. Now, I don't think the girl is ever going to wrestle, but she loves going and tumbling and playing and all of that and like wrestling around with, there's a couple of other little girls and they like wrestling. And I'm like, it's so good for her physically. She needs that exertion. So I'm encouraging it, whatever they want to do. So we'll see. But I don't think he can actually like compete at a school level until high school, if that makes sense. Okay, taking the black with my round tip brush, I'm going to add the mouth. You could do this with a paint pen. I'm just doing this with a little round tip brush. And then looking at my picture, struggling to click on that. It looks like there's a little line under the eyes and the cheeks. And I forgot to pick a color for that. So I think I don't know if we want to use a gray or we might just use that fawn color because I don't want it to be like super bold. I want it to be soft looking because everything else is soft. So let's just use fawn. That's the darker brown that we did all the shading with. And this is like a line that goes under the eyes, kind of like a little cheek. Yes, that was a good choice. Fawn is a good choice for this. Hang on, I got to rotate this. And kind of start it before the eye, under the eye, and just continue it over. And then for the whiskers, I'm just going to make my own little whiskers kind of going out like this. I got to rotate it to do them this way though. I didn't kind of continue those out far enough though. I wanted them to kind of go off the cheeks. What do you think? That looks lopsided. Let me bring this one in just a little bit further. Maybe that'll help. It's okay. And then for an accent on the eyes, we need white. And we're not going to use much white, so I'm just going to dip in the lid here, get a tiny bit. And then we're going to add a little line on the outside of the eyes, like so. Like that. It's all coming together. Okay, we got to do our our stripes on the carrots. He's going to be so cute. Thank you. We're doing this with jack-o'-lantern orange. Yvonne, if you will, shoot me a text about that and I'll see what I can work out. I'll have to check. But we're just going to use our 1/2 inch wide flat tip brush. I'm not going to get caught up in making these stripes perfect. They're whimsical stripes. I'm just going to kind of put them across here. I was looking at my picture real quick. Yeah, those stripes aren't very thick, so I may make them just a little wider. But then that's going to be it. Okay, come down here. And then one more. So my stripes are probably like 3/4 of an inch wide-ish. If you're just tuning in, the first part of our carrots were done with jack-o'-lantern orange mixed with light mocha. That's why we've got this lighter orange in the background. Now we're just taking the same orange without anything mixed into it and adding stripes on top of there. I'm struggling to do things at an odd angle to rotate this. There we go. Stripes on our carrots. Okay, I think now we can just start gluing down some of our 3D elements. How fun is this? Kim says my son started wrestling in 6th grade. Man, this is like glued on there. It hurts my fingers. And wrestled all through high school. Awesome. I hope he really like enjoys it, gets into it. I hope it gives him some self-confidence. What in the world? This cannot be good for this little bottle. Charlie has been into this stuff apparently because like I do not leave the cap looking like that. Okay. Little bit of glue on here. This is our carrot top. And we're just going to glue it down. Make sure I got the right carrot top on the right side. Before I stuck it down, I was kind of just evaluating and measuring it to make sure I had it in the right spot. Look how the green pops with this purple and orange. They're like complementary colors. They look fabulous together. This glue dries almost instantly, so it's really nice when I'm working on door hanger like this because I can just slap these 3D pieces down and be done. I know what it was. We used this glue recently at a paint party, and a lot of different ladies passed the same bottle around, and a lot of those ladies aren't used to gluing things, so I'm sure some of them kind of made a mess of the bottle. Whoops, I might have glued the wrong hand on the wrong side. Apparently that hand's it's already glued down. Oh, I got it up. This hand is a little bigger than the other one, apparently. That's how fast that glue takes hold. So the right hand is a little bigger than the left. This is called Stick Fast. It's on my Amazon favorites that I linked earlier. Okay. I got to do a couple things touching up, but let's go ahead and wait. No, the glitter glue, the glitter on our glasses is still a little wet. Lauren said, I have this one waiting for me to paint on my desk. I'm excited to paint it. We added glitter to the glasses, Lauren. What do you think? Oh, Stick Fast. It's linked in my Amazon favorites. Another good brand is called Super Tight. T-I-T-E, tight. Super Tight. And I think it's linked in my Amazon favorites too. Ooh, this is making my hand hot. We've still got to add a couple of finishing touches. And I've got to touch up a couple of spots. Like there's a spot on here where I got out of the line with my bunny's body and made a mess. So I'm going to touch that up real quick with some Purple Cow. I don't like to do my touch-ups until the very end because sometimes there's like spots where you thought you were going to have to touch it up. But once you get done with it, you might not even notice the little you know, area that was bothering you anymore, or it might have been covered up by something else, so it doesn't matter. And when I pried that off of there, I messed up a little spot on my carrot. Okay, Robin, I just dropped the link to the Amazon favorites in the comments for you. It's linked over there with craft supplies, I believe. Lauren said, I'm trying to design if I want to paint design in the glasses or order this one. So I had 3D pieces. I love doing the 3D pieces. You need a laser, Lauren. We've talked about this. She and I are good friends, and she keeps seeing lasers for sale, and she'll send me pictures of. She's like, "What do you think about this one? What do you think about that one?" I think it's time to buy one. That's what I think. No, Lauren's not. Well, I don't know. Lauren might be kid free now. She's probably getting out of school right about now because she's an hour ahead of me. Oh, somebody on TikTok said, "Hi, Tamara. I miss Painters Clubhouse. Hopefully I can come back soon." I hope you can. We're getting ready to close the doors at the end of April. So if you want to join, definitely try to join before the end of April. Look at those little eyes in the glasses. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. We're not even done. We still got to add a couple of finishing touches to this cutie pie. Okay. With the orange, I'm going to go back with the my little round tip brush and get the original. Well, I don't know. I might want to do a darker orange. Let me go for Canyon Orange. It's a little deeper. And we're just going to do an outline on our carrots with Canyon Orange. Just a little outline like this, kind of going around the edge of the design of the carrots. It's hardly noticeable that it's darker than the jack-o'-lantern orange. It's just barely. If you're terrified to do black and white lines around some of your projects, or you don't like the look of that, doing something like this with just a slightly darker color of the same shade is a great way to add little lines and details to your door hanger. I just realized I did my carrot tops different than the sample picture. That's okay. I like the way I did them. Okay, the little bunny hands, we're going to use the fawn color. That's the same color we did our whiskers and our little places under the eyes with. I'm going to do a little line around the hands. And then I'm going to do little kind of like paw lines like this. Like, I didn't really do them at the right angle, but that's okay. So the center one kind of goes straight forward and the other two kind of curve up like that. All right. And then I was looking to see what details I might have missed. Make sure my lids are on my paints. I'm looking at my picture. There's white around the egg. So let's get some white paint. And we're just going to do a white outline. And then I think we're done. So if you want to paint this project and make one of these yourself, like I said, go grab the template or the wood blank at shopdoorhangers.com. This is called the Glasses Bunny. Do 2 or 3 little dots, and then we'll continue that line. If you're cutting your own or using your laser to cut your own, grab the template. It has the SVG file, the PDFs if you're manually cutting. If you want us to mail you a wood blank with the 3D pieces, grab the 18-inch blank with 3D pieces in our shop. Or there's different sizes. If you want to paint this in a size that's like perfect for tiered trays or something like that, or like a little decor piece, you could get that size also. If you struggle to make straight lines like this, watch what I'm doing. I'm not moving my hand, my wrist. I'm not moving my elbow. I'm not even really moving my shoulder. I'm leaning forward in my chair and rotating my project. I put the brush down and then I lean back in my chair, and I'm letting my brush kind of glide up and along the side of that door hanger design. Gives me a lot more stability and control. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. The camera rotated again. All right, y'all. Our little bunny is done. What do you think? How cute is he? You like the glasses? I am so excited to hang this one up. So this one comes with 3D pieces, the glasses, the tops of the carrots. The hands are all 3D. So if you want to grab this blank in the shop, go grab it at shopdoorhangers.com. If you paint your own, I want to see pictures of it. Feel free to text them to me. I'm going to put my text number up on the screen one more time because some of you guys probably didn't get the text letting you know I was going live for this. So if you want to get text notifications, text me here. And if Facebook ever crashes, come find me on YouTube. I'm always live on YouTube and Facebook. I stream to both locations. Go to YouTube and search up Southern Adornments Decor. If you're watching on TikTok, the replay is over there. Thank you, guys. Hey, Marilyn. Thank you. I'm just now seeing all my TikTok comments. You like the glasses? Yeah, me and the bunny with the glasses. We match. Showing it to TikTok. They can't see as well as you guys can. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Bye.